you, I've got a quantity of turkey left over from that leg I cooked and roasted last week. And I had to put it into the freezer because I simply hadn't had time to deal with it. So I've now got it out and I'm just frying up some onions and I'm going to pop in some celery in a minute. And then I'll make a stock and put it all together with some seasonings and salt and pepper and herbs. And then I'll put in the meat and just toss that around for a little while. Then I'm going to blend it all up and make it into a nice smooth sort of pate almost. And then I'm going to pop it into little pots or a couple of boxes in the freezer so that when I come home hungry I can get something out of a jar would be best and pop it onto either toast or a jacket potato or swirl it into a pile of pasta, gluten-free pasta, which would be lovely. I did this last week. Last weekend I made some potted chicken and I put that, quite a lot of it actually, into a hot jacket potato with a little extra mayonnaise, and it was a super feast and it was done within less than 10 minutes, so that was very nice. And you know, when I get terribly busy or I've been out in the morning and I come home hungry, then I need something to eat, and I'm so pleased if I can find myself something to eat out of scraps that I put together into the freezer. And a jacket potato also goes down well, doesn't it? So that's what I'm doing now. So this is I've got my onions frying already on the cooker, and I'm using rapeseed oil because I just found a whole new bottle of it, so I thought that would give it a different flavour. And I cut up this celery, so I'm just going to pop that in. And like that, stir it a bit. I cut up all my meat, so we're all right for the moment. I'm just going to boil up a kettle and make some stock. Now my sourdough starter I was starting last week, I didn't get round to making the bread, and I'm afraid the starter went over a bit. So what I did was I threw half of it away and I've started another starter, which has now had about 3 days, and it's beginning to bubble, as the book says. The mixture starts to generate a life of its own after 3 days. Well, that's what's happening now, so that's really good. So it's Friday today, so 6, 7, so Monday or Tuesday, hopefully we'll have a starter that I can use to make some sourdough and bread, which will be absolutely super. So there's some chicken stock cubes gone in there. Oh look, and I've got a brand new tube of garlic puree. I'm going to throw that in. I've also got some tomatoes and I've got some red kidney beans. Lots of tomatoes might be quite nice. They could go in, or half of them. You know, they're just Sainsbury's tomatoes. And that should be very useful. All potted meats or potted cheeses, potted fish. You can do them. They don't take too long, and they make really good dishes to eat at home. You know, when you come home hungry, and you can actually give them as Christmas presents. They have to be grander ones, of course, in those lovely Kilner jars, tied up with ribbon and pretty labels. And if you knew people would give it to you, I mean, if they were close friends and they knew your cooking, then they would be delighted to get something like that. Right, excuse me, but I'll actually stir this. I'm not going to, because I can't recook meat again, but I'm just going to pop it in a minute and let it get warmed up. It will blend more easily. And then, whoops, don't do that. Alright, what's the time? I'm just going to turn you off a minute while I get on with this frying. It won't be long.